Looking good, yeah,
I'm going to show you a tricep press down. It was so easy to do this. By the time you see the show, we will have been starting our 40th year in business, okay? Give you some background. We started a little TV show on cable 32 years ago. Been on TV for 32 years. And then YouTube came, and of course we started uploading all that junk, doing like everybody does. The exercise I'm going to show you is a tricep press down. We have called it that. I've been training for 45 years, and I wasn't the first guy in the rodeo. Okay, so other people were calling this exercise way before I came around. I was taught this exercise by somebody else, and it was called a press down. This is Education of Bodybuilder by Arnold Schwarzenegger. This is his first book. So in the process, I go, what are these people talking about? Push downs versus press downs. And I look at them and say, I'm gonna see what Arnold called it when I was 15 and got this book, or 14, whatever I was when I got this book. And you know what Arnold called it? He called it a pull down. Triceps pull down. That's incorrect. Because at no point do you pull on this exercise. So you can call this a press down or you can call it a push down, but I guarantee you, whoever wrote that part for Arnold was wrong. This has never been called a tricep pull down, and if it was called that, now that was wrong. I promise you that was wrong. But the version we're talking about today, and the reason I even brought this thing up again, is because we're going to show the rope version. Now, most of you do these with a straight bar or a curved bar, you do a bar. Rope is a lot better in a lot of ways, and I'll point some of them out to you, but first of all, I'm going to show you a quick, down and dirty way to do it. First of all, you pull your shoulders back a little bit, all right, so your chest don't get too into it, and you know what, if a little chest gets into it, that's okay too, but you come down, and see how the rope kicks out the bottom? See that little thing at the bottom? And I'm a terrible model for this because I've got lousy arms. But I am showing you the one that didn't get split in half a few years ago playing basketball. I did have enough sense to do that. It's got 8 wires in it. See if you can see that. All right, so another thing you do is if you just step back from the pulley, the high pulley a little bit, it even feels better. But what happens with a rope at the bottom, when you kick it out, you feel it, the inner part of the tricep. Got the long head, right? It's the biggest part. So it's a very effective way to do that. A little kick out. And like I said, if you pull your shoulders back and stick your chest out a little bit, you'll find that you don't get your chest as involved because your chest wants to help at the bottom. See, that's what chest muscles do. This is why dips are such a great chest exercise. All right, so that's one of those things. I'm doing this so I can remember all the junk I wanted to tell you. One thing I see people doing wrong is keep your elbows still and keep your ego way out of this exercise. Just check your ego at the freaking door. This exercise is not about weight. This is about time under tension, slow, strict, squeeze at the bottom, slow coming back up. But you'll see people doing this. They'll start doing this. And I don't know what that is exactly. That's turn the hokey pokey and turn yourself around, but that's not what we're doing here. So you lock in, and if you'll see, I'm not even doing these slow like at this age, this is what it would look like. I'm really conscious as I get older, and I use a lot of cable exercises now. Squeeze at the bottom, lower it slowly. And there's no hurry to get on a cable exercise like this. Like I said, this is not a power movement. This is a, ladies, this is a great back of your arm when you wave and it keeps wiggling. That's not a good look, is it? So this is a way to tighten that up. And guys, 2/3 of your arm are triceps. So if you want big, pretty arms in your polo shirt or your t-shirt, this is one of the exercises. It's not the only exercise, not the predominant exercise, it's one of the exercises. All right, so there's a theme going on here. There's a theme going on here. So that's the tricep exercise that I wanted to teach you. It's a tricep rope press down, or a cable rope tricep press down. Or put push down in there if you want to, but don't call that a pull down because there ain't no pull down. Now, I'm going to take a break. We're going to show you some nutrition or something. We'll come back. I'm going to show you the same machine. This is hoist. Most people have a version of cables in the gym somewhere. Even home gyms have this. But in a really good gym, like our clubs in Mobile and Foley, we've got this hoist. We've got a Paramount cross cable that's got the thing. We've got another station over there. So you can always find a station of this. And any gym, we've got several of these in both gyms, different flavors of ropes. So that's a cable rope press down. And we'll be right back. This is more fun than I can stand right here. This is not how you're supposed to use this machine. This is an octane row, R-O, with a doodad on top of the O. Octane felt the need. Octane felt the need to not say R-O-W like the rest of the world. I love Octane. First of all, it's just like Octane Fitness makes some of the best products ever. They revolutionized ellipticals. They came out with the lateral X, unbelievable. XT1, awesome freaking machine. So I was very excited. We didn't have a rowing machine on the showroom floor. Didn't have one, certainly didn't have one in the gyms until they came out with one. So before I make fun, but really, RO with the little doodad to make it a hard O, not necessarily Octane. But it's cool. It's very cool. This is a full commercial. Let me run through the stuff. I'm gonna read some of this. I'm gonna show a pretty girl. Shelby's gonna be doing this while I read this. So you won't have to sit here and look at me sitting on this thing going while I read all this. But super smooth, super great components. Everything. When Octane came out with it, this is the thing about Octane. When Octane comes out with something, you go, yeah, that's gonna be good. You don't go, wonder if it's gonna feel natural. Wonder if the biomechanics are gonna be up to par. You don't do that. You just go, it's Octane. Yeah, it's gonna be good. So it was. I'm not a big cardio guy. Imagine that. I love to lift weights. Before I started tearing up body parts, basketball was my cardio. Now I do weightlifting fast. That's my version of cardio. But what I will do for cardio is I'll do like a 2-minute, because I'm ADHD. Can you tell that in there? I don't know if you know. Maybe you didn't. Maybe I hide it well. So what I can do though for my mental state is I can do like 2 minutes all out on the lateral X, and then go do 3 or 4 core exercises like ball slams or cable crunches and some jumps and some whatever, something fun. I call it fun stuff. And then I'll come back and do XT1 maybe for 2 minutes, and then so this added something. This was like an extra cardio piece, because I'm not gonna do anything for 15-20 minutes. I'm serious. I used to think I would. I used to think, up to even in my 40s, I would think I'm going to start doing cardio because I only lift like 3 days a week. I got extra days. We're not playing basketball right now. I'm gonna do 15 minutes. Maybe I'll do 5 minutes on 3 or 4. It's not going to happen. I'm almost 60 years old. It's not going to happen. Here's what's going to happen. I'll do 2 minutes. I'll give you 2 minutes, and I'll pick 4 or 5 different machines to do that. And then between that even, I've got to do something like jumps, ball slams, an ab exercise. I got to do something more lifty feeling. So that's what I'll do. Well, this added another component for me. Now, members, they'll get on this thing. They'll do 30, 45 minutes. It's got all the program, cool stuff on it. They'll do it. I'm not doing it. So here's some of the high points. Dual resistance, and I'm going to let you hear that. Fan and magnetic brake, quick release foot straps. Those are very cool. I just almost broke my own machine. Max 14 interval workouts. It's got built-in workouts. It does. Did you hear the ding? No, couldn't make it do it again. Enhanced console with calorie meter, comfort seat. Means the seat feels good on your butt. Oversized handlebar catch. That's that. That's really cool. It's self-powered. You don't have to plug this thing in. That's a great thing. Very small footprint. It really is. Easy storage. Warranty is frame 10 years, parts 3 years, labor 1 year. And I'll scroll all that junk too. So I will show you, I'm working the camera too. I don't know if you'll see this, but like if you were in an apartment or something and you just wanted to like store this, you can literally, it also rolls around like if we want to vacuum. I'm gonna roll it back so y'all can see what I'm doing. Right? Right? So I'm gonna have to do this. You see that? It's out of the way. I mean, that's like less than a Christmas tree. You won't see that on Octane's website. When in storage position, it's smaller than a Christmas tree. So, all right. The braking system. I don't know if you can see this good or not. Cool things are, and I'll show, like I said, I'll show Shelby doing it or something. The pedal here is how you do resistance, right? That's cool. The coolest part to me of the whole Octane row, RO with the little doohickey on the top, is when you put your feet in any rowing machine, it's tough. This has got this really cool, tightens it up. You get through, you push this little bit, it says, and by the way, it says press here. Make it plain for people because they're not that bright. Press here. You press here, you lift your foot, and you can crawl out. It's a great workout. It's a great machine. This particular version is fantastic, by the way. It's funny to me that Octane weights, everybody else has already come out with these, and when they come out with it, they think of little things that are better. I like their way they do their resistance. These foot releases are amazing. The way the bar is built is just, that's to me my favorite part of it all. And the way that it catches, that's what they were talking about. Perfect. And we've been using, I didn't do the segment. I don't know if you can tell, it's got a little wear on it. I didn't even do the segment as soon as we got this because I wanted to see how it worked out. It worked out fantastic. So that is the Octane Row, RO, the little thing. And they're sold at Jason's Fitness, and we've got one on display in Mobile, Alabama. Come see us. I'm standing in a Hoist HD 300 or 3000, right there, Jason. We sell these. Great functional trainer. You can do this exercise anywhere you've got a low pulley. As I've told y'all, as I get older, let's do this again, because by the time you see the show, we've just started our 40th year in business and about 32 years doing a TV show. And so we've probably covered this before. But what I'm doing is I showed a tricep cable rope press down. I'll show you a cable rope curl. And then at the end, I'm gonna show you what it would look like if you put them together, because it's a great superset. If I have anything to offer because of freaking internet, is I don't see enough people talking about this, and especially the viewing area along the Gulf Coast. I think we're still the only fitness show in, this TV show runs in Florida, Mississippi, Alabama along the Gulf Coast, and up north a little bit into those states, and it runs on 3 networks. So that's kind of weird because it started on Comcast on just a cable talking heads kind of show, and it evolved into this. So if you're wondering who this dude is, if you're on YouTube and you found me, that's kind of how this all started. All right, so this is very simple. Most people will do a cable curl. If you do cable curls at all, use a bar, curl bar. A lot of times you have a straight bar like this one that comes with a machine, and that's what you use. It's not real comfortable for curls, and that's fine. That's another variation. I'm on a rope kick because the great thing about ropes is it doesn't lock your wrist into any plane of motion, right? So it lets you move your hands like this. And a lot of times as you get older, and I shouldn't say that, young guys, I used to have wrist problems all the time. I was in my 20s. I used to have to wrap my wrist when I bench pressed. Get tendonitis, nothing major, but just enough to ache. A lot of times this can take enough pressure off to help you do that workout and feel good. And that's what we're talking. Isn't that what we're doing here? Let me check. Yeah, that's what we're doing here. We're trying to look good and feel good. That's why we started. That's why I opened the gym in 1981. That's why I started a TV show about 8 years later, or 7 years later, whenever it was. I want y'all to look and feel good. The slogan's been, we want your body perfect, since like 82 or 3 or something. So, we want you to feel good. What you're gonna do, you got the cable on the bottom, right? You got a rope, and we're gonna curl. Now, don't get too far back, and don't get right over it. There's an in-between spot right there. Curl up, and at the top, you can pull it out a little bit, right? The more you keep it parallel like that, the more it works the forearm up, so the muscle runs up under here, I can't even talk right now. Anyway, the muscle runs for your forearm up under the bicep. When you rotate it, you will feel that change and go into the main bicep, right? So you can take the same exercise and say, mostly forearm, nope, I'm gonna kick it out the top. I have actually done this. So many reps this way. The pulling it apart's harder, right? So say we're gonna do 12 reps, and we get 6 reps like that. And then we get to the end and we're gonna burn out. Just keep going. Like that. Does that make sense? Can y'all see the motion I'm talking about? That versus that. You do the same thing with a dumbbell. It's called a hammer curl. It's like holding a hammer. But the pump is right there in the forearm. If you just hold your hand like that. When you rotate it around, even on my little tiny arms, you see the bicep flex. There's a tip. This is good for ladies too. If you ever mess with your friends or whatever, you see basketball players doing it. I'm watching basketball in the background. Fill up the arms. Do this. If you're gonna do that, twist that thumb like that, right? I never know what I'm going to. See, none of this is written. Just so all of you out there are clear, there are no 2 takes ever. I never reshoot it. I never reshoot it. Never. Never. Even though it's on network TV, even though there's the internet going worldwide, I don't do 2 takes. I'm ADHD. My mind would just pitch a little fit if I had to say this again. Sometimes the mic goes out or the camera stops because of the battery, and I have to start. Oh, it makes me crazy. Segment's never as good. So I never know what tangent I'm going to ride. I'm going to take y'all. That's all I have left to offer, actually. Now with the internet, there's a lot of guys making videos. There's a lot of 20-something-year-olds with great genetics out there. And y'all, put a shirt on, man. Even when I was in my 20s, I did not have a shirt on. At least put on a tank top. What are y'all doing out there? Put a shirt on, man. But anyway, so that is a rope cable curl. I'm gonna do it one more time because I got off on a rant, and I do that. I know how to do that. So not all the way over. It's not too far back. There's a sweet spot. You'll feel it when you do it. See, I wish y'all could feel this stuff. You can go straight up. You can feel that more in your forearms. You can also pull the rope apart at the top, and you'll feel it more in the belly of the bicep. Who is this exercise for? And also, let me say this. I said about the press down version of this. We're not trying to go heavy. We're not slinging. You shouldn't sling anyway. This is a bicep exercise. This is not a power movement. It's never been a power movement. It's like this. Squeeze, lower it slow. Lower it slow, all right? It's all, the older I get and the more research we do, let me say that too. So important is time under tension. And all that means is how long a rep takes. We used to think the magic was in the sets and reps, and now I'm thinking more it's just the time under tension. So you could make 4 reps, take the right amount of time, or you can do 8 reps, if you get my drift. But on a cable movement, especially these 2 I've shown, squeeze it, hold it, lower it slow. And especially as you get older, but even younger, you don't need to wear and tear on your joints. This is a assistance movement. This is not a bench press or a squat or deadlift or power clean. This is an assistant move. Do it controlled and do it to keep your joints healthy. I think I covered everything. When I'm editing this myself, I'll probably find mistakes, but that's okay. It's like live TV, only it's not quite live yet. Nutrition Corner, talk about what it's put it on you. I'm trying to go real fast because I went long on the other segments. Okay, Shazam, best selling product we've ever had by far. What is it? It is a kitchen sink, everything thrown in it that helps you to max out your hormones, male and female, and to make you feel better, stronger sex drive, and all that goes with it. It's like a great tonic for your body, especially now. I used to say for older people, over 30 and stuff. Now, Josh over in Foley had a 20-something-year-old buddy of his say, "Will it do anything for me?" And Josh said, "I don't know." And the guy took it and said, "Hey, tell Jason it does a lot for me." So it does a lot for everybody that's ever taken it. It's our best reseller, and that's all the pitch. There's one ingredient. This is one ingredient. It's full. I'm going to scroll them all like I always do. But Siberian ginseng, I'm going to just read the highlights because I don't want to take a bunch of time. Increases energy, focus. It's anti-anxiety, anti-fatigue. Anybody need that right now? Anybody my age need that? Chronic fatigue syndrome, it battles that. Common colds, yes indeed. And when I was, I'm not going into that. Immune booster, liver detox, yep. Anti-carcinogenic, Antiviral, yes. High blood pressure, yes, lowers it. Bronchitis, energy and anti-anxiety. That's just the high points. You can go to our website, go to jasonsfitness.com or southfit.com. You can order it. If you buy 3 bottles at one time, 20% off. That's crazy. If you buy another, I forget whatever it is, another bottle, somebody figured it out, by the way. You people out there, you people, you're clever. I did the 20% off, and then I had to raise the threshold, but I think it's if you buy $75 or more, we ship it for free. So somebody the other day bought like 3 bottles of that, and a bottle got to sleep, and a bottle got to digest, and we shipped all that junk, and I had to eat the shipping, and I thought, you people in your Amazon, you're clever people. So anyway, it's a bargain. Come see us. You can also, I always forget to tell you, walk in. Jason's Fitness in Mobile, Alabama. We've only been here 40 years. Maybe you didn't know about us. We've only been here for 40 years. Maybe the next 40 you'll figure it out. And we're in Foley, only 20 years there. So you can walk in the door, there's a pro shop, there's shirts, and there's all the supplements, and we have a smoothie bar. You can just stop by and say, hey, the knucklehead on TV said to come buy some Shazam. That's how that works.
You've got aggression, and you're lifting the weights, and you're thinking, these are the bones of my enemies that I have just broken.
This is the guy.
And I'm lifting their bones.
This is the guy that stopped at the light at Montlamar Airport and didn't turn right.
That's, yes.
He's the guy who didn't turn for easy access. There's a big sign.
Yes, they never do.
Crazy.
And their bones, I am lifting their bleached out bones after I've clawed their flesh off their bones.
Eating them, killed them and eaten them. Well, that's a good positive attitude. I think we just painted for all the kids at home.
Many people have come up to me and said, boy, you're in a good mood today, and they don't know that I've just visualized my former boss in a rack, and I'm stretching him painfully.
Painfully with every tug of the weight. What,
Oh, you asked, and that's the truth. It is a big stress releaser.